Hello, students. Well, we've made it. We are in the final week of the semester, and we just have basically two more topics to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about sustainability and urbanization. So that's kind of a nice way to wrap up everything that we've been discussing this semester. We've spent a lot of time talking about particular problems that the environment faces, things like pollution and waste and climate change and all of the other topics, threats to biodiversity. Wrapping things up, we want to be a little bit looking forward to the future, thinking of, okay, we know there's all these problems, but what can we actually do about it, right? What are the solutions? Where's the path forward? How do we get there? So again, we want to kind of end things on a high note, if you will. As far as assignments go, the only things you have are the student-led discussion. This is the final week of student-led discussion, and thank you so much to all the discussion leaders. I've enjoyed reading your articles. I've enjoyed reading the discussion posts from students who had read those articles and your reactions to them. I always like this assignment because I tend to learn a lot of things. Some of these are articles that I see as they come out, and some of these things that are new to me as well. So I always like the article project because I get to sort of catch up on current events and these topics as well. So thank you to all the discussion leaders. The other thing you have is your green technology presentation. So just as a reminder, your presentation can come in a variety of formats. You can write a paper. You can create a presentation like a slide deck or PowerPoint, Google Slides, whatever you happen to have. You can use some sort of a media site that can display information visually, so something like Padlet, or I've had people use a Pinterest board for this. So there's a whole host of things you can do. You can create a video. I had someone who created a video one year. Actually, multiple years I've had people create videos. So your format really can be anything for this project. The only thing that I would keep in mind when you're thinking about the project itself is if you go into additional information, and you go here to the green technology presentation, I do have sort of a grading rubric for it. And again, it's more or less built on the idea that you're going to use some sort of visual media that includes images. Now, if you're writing a paper, obviously some of these things won't necessarily apply per se, so it'll be slightly kind of different in that aspect, but for any other presentation type, this is really what you should sort of follow with to make sure that you're hitting all of those points when it comes to actually your presentation quality. So I just kind of wanted to sort of throw that out there as a reminder to everyone that here's where all that information is. So back to our learning modules. Here we are in week 12. So with the Green Technology Project, what I would like you to do is I would like you to submit it to two places. So I do have a video here specifically for the project, how to submit it. So watch this for more details. But you're going to submit it through Blackboard like you do any other assignment. If it's a document of some kind, you can upload it. If it's a link, just paste the link. Please note that if you are going to do something with a Google Suite, so Google Slides, for example, you need to enable me to you need to share the presentation with me, and there are different options for that if you need help. So what usually happens is if I can't open something, I will send you an email that says I can't access your particular presentation, please give me permission, and you can use Google to grant that. So just note that if that does happen and I don't have permission, I can't grade your project. And then the other thing I want you to do is I want you to share your project with a class. So I had already previously posted this Padlet to give you all some ideas on projects that have been done in the past. I want you to once again post to that Padlet so that other people in the class can see your project, because in addition to the project itself, the last piece of this is going to be the reflection pieces. There's a self-reflection and a peer reflection. These aren't quite available yet, only because I have them in the folder where the lecture exam is, and I'm not turning on the lecture exam until this weekend, but it's in this folder. And so the following week, so not this week, but next week, in addition to the exam, you will also have a self-evaluation and a peer evaluation. And these are pretty simple. You just write out the answers to these questions, in this case, making sure that you're looking at someone else's presentation. So as far as assignments go, we're really down to at the end here. We have discussion this week. We have the green technology presentation, the peer evaluation and the self-evaluation, and then your exam, right? And that's it. Speaking of the exam, I do want to note that because the semester ends on a Friday, right? So next Friday, December the 16th, is the last day of the semester. I wanted to make sure there was a weekend, at least one weekend, when the exam would be available and that you all could take it. So that's why I'm opening the exam up early. I'm going to open it up this weekend, which I think this Saturday is the 10th. So December the 10th, and it's going to be open till, again, the 16th on the following Friday. So please note that the weekend availability is at the beginning of the exam window and not at the end of the exam window. So you're going to need to plan accordingly for that. Because again, the end of the semester is on Friday the 16th. I do not accept assignments after that date. Okay, so once the semester is over, I can't accept anything. So just please keep that timing in mind. I don't want anyone to be surprised when they go to take the exam on Sunday, the 18th, and they find out that it's not there. The reason I shut things down on Friday, or the reason why we shut the semester down on Friday, is because grades are due Monday. Okay, so I have until like noon on Monday to get my grades in. So I can't have a bunch of exams to grade and look at a bunch of assignments, right before that I need to turn those things in and get your grades in. So that's why that Friday cutoff is really important, so that I do have time to make sure that I get everything graded and everything in the grade book, and so that your grades can be sent in timely fashion. So that's just a little note as far as schedules go. Please make sure you're aware of that change. That basically covers it. I just wanted to say, thank you for everyone for a great semester. I hope you learned something. Like I said, I've already shared the things that I have learned through your article projects and discussion boards. I hope you all have learned something too. For those of you who are sticking with us and are going to be here again in the spring, make sure you get registered for your classes. The semester is going to sneak up on us, even though I know we're just talking about the end of the fall semester. The spring semester will come up pretty quickly, so don't wait till the last minute to register for those classes. The better availability is now versus waiting if possible. And for those of you who are graduating this fall, congratulations. I know there's a few of you who are finishing up here at Harper and you're on your way transferring to someone else. I wish you all the best of luck wherever your studies take you. Also, I hope everyone has a safe and happy and healthy holiday break. Bye, everybody.